Order. I call him Honourable Member for Lyons.
Thank you, Deputy Speaker. I wanted to talk tonight a little bit about carers. Last sitting week, a number of us had the privilege of hearing stories from some young carers during the Parliamentary Friends of Mental Illness breakfast that was held in the Senate alcove. It was a story of sacrifice, a sacrifice for the parents of the individuals or the siblings of the individuals, and it's come at huge cost to those people, both physically, emotionally and indeed psychologically in this case. In many instances, normal adolescence is lost or childhood is lost. We also see experiences of grandparents looking after grandchildren in our community for a range of different reasons. We've all heard the stories and about the reasons why this is the case. It might be drug abuse, but many of these people also lose their retirement years. In my electorate, for example, of Lyons, those known to me receiving, for example, carers allowance, there's 4,277 of those, receiving healthcare card allowance, another 100, and carers allowance payment, 2,295 people. But that masks the number of people, particularly grandparents, that receive nothing for the work that they do looking after grandchildren. I get the privilege of meeting carers from time to time around the electorate, or indeed those who depend on the support of carers, and the stories are often inspirational. A week or so ago, the ABC Country Hour, which is also an institution for many of us all around the country, but certainly in my state as well, and it is listened to and loved by many Tasmanians in my home state. Great work done by Tony Briscoe, Sally Dacus, Rosemary Grant and Jane Ryan. And it was a regular Friday contribution on the ABC Country Hour by contributing poet Phil Rush, who is also a carer, that grabbed my attention, and I believe his contribution is worth sharing. A poem by Philip R. Rush. There are thousands upon thousands of carers in our state, and I've had the privilege of meeting quite a few of them of late. Some are only children, pre-teenage girls and boys, but almost every carer seems to do their task with joy. There are many in their 80s, as is a friend of mine. I'm only 30 months or so, he'll be turning 89. He does the cooking and the cleaning and the caring for his wife. His care's the most important role he carries out in life. It's the same for many thousands who daily spend their hours cooking dinners, dressing partners, making beds and giving showers. The carer's role is never-ending, 7 days of every week, but it's done in love and caring, no rewards they ever seek. They're often hidden from the public, care quietly on their own. You rarely hear a carer complain or sigh or moan. You ask me how I know it, how I know these things I've said. Well, I am a carer also to a lady that I wed back in the 1960s, and she needs a bit of care. Her head is quite undamaged, but her body's past repair. A back that can't be mended and her legs that struggle too, and many other problems which I won't repeat to you. She cannot drive, it's hard to walk, a wheelchair's what we use when going out or to the shops, whatever we might choose. She swims an hour each Wednesday, 2 hours of aquarobics too. On a Monday and a Friday, that's all that she can do. To exercise her body, her commitment's great to see. Since her health is so precarious, she's said goodbye to me 3 times when in the hospital since 1998. But she's survived these obstacles, her tenacity is great. So I'm chief cook and cleaner, but I don't do that as well as Yvonne used to do it, as anyone could tell. But my cooking skills are better, which doesn't mean that much, yet apple sponge and birthday cakes and casseroles and such are now upon the menu, which I manage now and then, and I'm sure it's similar history for many carers who are men. I could go on forever, but I'll finish with this line. All you carers who are listening, you're close to being divine. Thank you, Deputy Speaker.